welcome to Enterprise Friday on Enterprise Television. Thank you for joining us as we bring you key stories shaping Nigeria today. We will begin with a brief review of the newspaper headlines and then move into our main discussion for today. So you can join the conversation by liking, following us on all our social media platforms at Enterprise TV 7. I am Kende Bodering.
And I am Henry Igwebike.
All right, so joining us this morning is Innocent Aduniga, is a journalist and also a public affairs analyst. Thank you for joining.
Thank you so very much, Innocent, and good morning. Welcome to Enterprise Friday today.
The pleasure is mine. Good morning.
Good morning.
Valentine is looming.
Yes. All right, so let's kickstart today with the Vanguard newspaper.
Right.
We have the big story. 2027, majority of senators want real-time results transmission. And that's coming from Abaribe, Ningi, Umeh, and others.
Okay, the top strip we have how Nigeria can move from potential to economic prosperity, and this is coming from Adedeji.
U.S. President acknowledges Nigeria's first lady as respected woman. I hope this is not an offshoot of the $9 million US propaganda money that is working. Right. Yes.
Okay, we also have soldiers came 10 hours after terrorists had killed scores. This is coming from the village head there in Kwara State.
All right, so Innocent, without wasting so much time, 2027, majority of senators want real-time results transmission.
Yeah.
It was so bad, and Nigerians are really not happy. Under the 10th Assembly with Senate President Godswill Akpabio stating all sorts of things like we do not read, we do not understand what's happening in Nigeria. He stated, as according to what he had to say there, that they did not remove any electronic transmission. It's been there with the Electoral Act, and that is what they have maintained. Rather, what they said they would not go with is a 360 degree of electronic voting in Nigeria come 2027. What's your take? Is this a Trojan horse to bring back President Bola Ahmed Tinubu by fire and by force by the 10th Assembly? What's your take on this, please?
You mean the 10th Assembly? I'd like you to give me the question again very briefly.
Yes, so the question is, what's your take on the senators of the 10th Assembly not okaying a complete e-transmission of results come 2027?
Oh, okay, I get you now. Can you hear me very clearly?
Very well,
Yes.
we can hear you. Yep.
Okay, so it's been in the news, both in rumor and in fact, but for a government that rode into power on the back of how do I put it, implicating controversies, it will be an opportunity for them to clear the air ahead of another elections they are now in charge of, or going to be in charge of. You know, so I think Nigerians are hoping that afflictions does not repeat itself in the form of technical glitches, Henry, if you get what happened the last time. So I would have thought that the senators would redeem themselves. I don't. Politically speaking, he is the primus inter pares, the first among equals. But there should be conscientious senators, legislators who can oppose the non-implementation, who can insist on implementation. Otherwise, I will tell you what has been making the round, Henry.
Okay.
And this is my example. For like 28 years, Delta State have voted only PDP. Dito, Enugu, what other state, you know. So for these defections to be going around, the people are thinking aloud that there will be, I mean, if the Delta governor, Oborewori, 3 senators, 6 members of House of Rep, the Delta State members of the House of Assembly, local government chairman, if you compare that to the total voters in Delta or Akwa Ibom or Enugu that are core PDP states, you are looking at barely less than 100 voters compared to the total millions and thousands of voters per state. So people are thinking that this electronic will not be passed because, take it from me, the next election in 2027 is likely to be the most rigged elections in Nigeria's record, to justify that the principal officers haven't defected, every other people defected. And you know what we call structures are just a rigging network, you know. So maybe this can happen undetected on the electronic, but the electronic voting portal will help minimize some of these negative hypotheses we're analyzing.
Negative hypothesis there.
Seriously, that word itself can explain it all. Okay, so now how does this affect trust in future elections? Yes, how does this affect the future?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a very strong question. Trust is at the center of the matter. And lately, Nigerians, I don't know, may soon be attacking their representative.
Yeah.
You are from Ogun East, you are from Gombe South, you are from Benue West, or whatever, and your senator sits in these chambers silent. It breeds a paradox of representation. The masses crave electronic voting. They have representatives in that electoral college who can speak their voices, who are not speaking their voices. That's why I said it's beyond the Senate president now. If Henry Igwebike is, you have your reps from your state, you will wonder why your rep is quiet like at this time when his people want electronic voting. And Henry, it's nearly a year. I don't know which House of Rep member or state member has gone to have a town hall with his constituents. I don't know if you are abreast of that now. So it's like as soon as these elections, they are divorced from their constituents, and then they make an Olympic triumphant visit a few days in 4 years to their election. Banking on bags of, you know. So the question of trust lingers. It's a big hangover that has refused to go away. A representative is to communicate the needs of their constituent on the floor of the Assembly or Senate or wherever. So trust deficit is out. It is even looking like a battle between the elected and their constituents. You know, like what can we do as electorates? The majority can have their way, minority will have their say. I don't think they're thinking about trust at this time.
You can see that again.
Yeah, it's not the order of the day as we speak. And Nigeria, unfortunately, has become a mockery to the rest of to other African countries, really, especially Ghana. They have so mocked our democracy. You know, a woman the other day was speaking to the fact that it's only in Nigeria you would see a politician who is with Party A, all right? When he is not in power, he will now defect to Party B that is in power and say, please forgive me for everything I have said against you. And Party B will now admit the person, give the person a juicy, you know, position, right? Now, when Party A wins, everyone on Party B will leave Party B to Party A and same circle. And one would ask, is this democracy? Or we're just playing with ourselves here? So I'd love equally to do a follow-up question.
Okay.
Can you hear me, Innocent?
Yes, go on.
Yes. So let's equally take a look at other matters here. U.S. President acknowledges Nigeria's First Lady as respected woman. So our First Lady left Nigeria and attended a prayer meeting in United States of America while people have been killed here in Kwara State. Very so funny. And while she was seated there, President Donald J. Trump recognized her. So the big question, Innocent, is Why do you think those in power, especially with this administration, keep playing the ostrich scheme of hiding their head below the sand when the whole body is exposed in the open?
Anyway, the global cliche is talk is cheap. So anybody can pay anybody compliments.
Yeah.
So the fact that Donald Trump acknowledges the First Lady does not take away Nigeria's negative reputation on the global scale. It's normal. Even if you are fighting with a man, sometimes you see his wife, you will acknowledge her greeting.
Sure.
Those are the soft gender, Henry. You don't muzzle match them. If after Donald Trump, the United States president, saluted and acknowledged our respected and honorable First Lady, if President Bola Ahmed Tinubu shows up, his greetings will be different. It will be stop diplomatic engagement, because the Nigerian matter is more discussed on the floor of the American Senate than on the floor of the Nigerian Senate. Henry.
Yes.
Like your colleague asked, Nigerian senators, House of Rep, House of Assembly, are no longer standing on the trust of their constituents. The sovereignty, which belongs to the masses, has been trampled on. So that they need an anchor. They are all now standing on the mandate, not on the trust. So yes, the First Lady just got a courtesy message. The one that is appropriate for a president to accord the wife of his counterpart. So, and all of these are ego massage. It's not beyond that. Let's not blow it out of proportion. If the wife of Vladimir Putin visits Donald Trump, he will receive her and accord her courtesy. He has nothing to do with her. It is when he meets his international counterpart that you will see. I mean, you see what happens at UNG, United Nations General Assembly. Nobody is greeting wives of presidents there. They are taking diplomatic matters head on. So if Donald Trump has greeted the wife of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, so what? That doesn't change. Look, did you hear what Abdulrazak said in Kwara? That there are senseless killings going on that are inexcusable. If Mrs. First Lady visits him, he will greet her and continue Kwara administration.
Yeah.
So, Henry, I think maybe, PR consultants need to eat.
Yeah, definitely.
So they can communicate and blow these greetings in the direction of that is sympathetic to the aspiration of their paymaster.
All right.
Well, I feel even if the U.S. president, commended First Lady of Lagos State,
of Nigeria.
Sorry, I beg your pardon. Oluremi Tinubu. I feel to him, it's just like what Mr. Innocent has said. It does not really change anything, right? And thank God he even he made an instances, if you see the person's wife, it's normal,
it's courtesy,
right? But that one does not mean that the plan U.S. President Donald Trump has does not mean it has not changed. He still have that plans, but for the fact that he saw, the president's wife does not change anything. So thank you so much for your take on that.
Yes.
And Henry, do you think
let's move to
further?
the Daily Trust newspaper and that transition from the president's wife visiting America for prayers rather than organizing a prayer for Nigeria in distress. Seriously. And have leaders of other countries come and help us pray. Let's move to Defense Headquarters admits U.S. troops in Nigeria. Innocent Adolugba, just like what we said, for the fact that President Donald J. Trump noticed Oluremi Tinubu, that did not stop him from sending troops to Nigeria. What's your take on this? Is democracy under threat as we speak?
Well, I think it will be on record in the history of Nigeria that it was during the tenure of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the man with the mandate, that Nigeria became an white country. We used to hear of occupied West Bank, occupied Crimea, occupied Vietnam. Sadly, Nigeria, the giant of Africa, is now an occupied country, Henry. And rightly so. Because, I mean, you cannot fault the occupation now. Chino Achebe will tell you in Things Fall Apart that anybody who returns from the farm with rotten firewood should know the list of guests he can expect. You know. So, and the balance is there as you make your bed, so you lie on it. A lot of people are disappointed with the United States of American troops. They even wish they have done more than this, Henry. Some people think the American troops are too slow. You know. So, but as it were, America is treading with along the diplomatic lines. And ISIS, Boko Haram are trying not to stop. I mean, look at the news in Kwara here and there. So it's welcome, because if the Nigerian security is not defending Nigerians, lots of helpless Nigerians are happy with this development. I'm telling you that some are disappointed that they wish the American troops become our troops and go through here and sanitize the country. So it's a political deficit to the present administration, where electronic voting is passed and rigging is minimized. This pegs back the winning chances of this government, Henry.
Very well.
It pegs back their winning chances. You know, these are the things that an opposing government can sell in their manifesto to gain traction with the electorates who are receiving almost zero representation at this time, Henry. So, I mean, it's a political deficit. It is setting the achievements of this administration backward and making them not look able to straight victory in 2027 if the opposition gets themselves well organized, Harry.
Well, I just hope that opportunity is there for the opposition, because as we speak now, they are gasping for breath because everything has been taken away from them. PDP, the court just allowed the Wike block of the PDP as against Makinde's block. So, which means that PDP might be in disarray till 2027. So, if this is happening to the opposition, you could imagine what 2027 and other years would look like. But Innocent will be here to take us on our main conversation when we return. Soldiers arrived 10 hours after terrorist struck, village head says. In a beat, Enterprise Friday, it is on going anywhere.
We'll be right back.